Hey gang, it's Chris from Acoustics. I'm here at CES 2026 in Las Vegas, and we're at Samsung's first look event, which actually hasn't started yet, but we got in a little early to check out a lot of their new products, new innovations for 2026, including some big changes to the S95 flagship OLED TV, the H this year, so it's the S95H. This year it actually has the HDMI ports and all the connectivity built into the TV itself. No longer requires a separate One Connect box to be wired, somewhere else in the screen or buried behind in the wall somewhere. I know a lot of our custom install friends, including Mr. John Siaka, you may have read about and seen on our channel. He says the one thing he didn't love about the original frame, which is an artwork TV, was that you had to have this separate box. And the S95F, last year's model, also had a separate One Connect box for all the inputs and outputs. So now they've actually integrated that into the TV. But probably more importantly, what's newer and cooler for a lot of people is now that the TV itself has got a built-in frame. So it's like an artwork style frame. And it's the first OLED to have the ability to display artwork from the Samsung Art Store. So if you've been charged by your significant other or partner to buy a TV that looks like art, that blends in well with your decor, but you didn't want to sacrifice the picture quality by getting a dedicated art TV, the S95H is an awesome option because it's still OLED with the OLED black levels and color saturation that we love. It's got the anti-glare or glare-free matte screen that Samsung has perfected over the last couple of years. So it really resists a lot of the reflections from room lighting. And it now, again, it has the art store on board. So you can display artwork just as it's doing right now in a still frame. You don't have to worry about doing a slideshow to prevent screen burn-in. Somehow Samsung's been able to tweak their OLEDs to the point that it can display a static artwork the same way that a frame does, but at a much higher picture quality when you switch it in to, watch movies. So we love this in that it combines two of our favorite things, a beautiful lifestyle TV that fits in with virtually any environment with extremely high picture quality, high contrast, those OLED black levels that we love. So we're glad to see Samsung listening to their customers and prospective customers that want to have an artwork style TV, an art TV similar to the frame, but with the high performance of an OLED. So you can look for that in 2026. We don't have pricing available yet. It's going to be, I think, the same sizes as the S95F, which will go all the way up to the 83-inch version that we see here. And of course, more popular sizes like 77, 65, and I believe 55 as well. So yeah, you saw it here first at Samsung's first look event at CES 2026. Hey gang, Chris again, Acoustics. I mentioned when we first talked about the S95H OLED TV that it's got Samsung's latest version of its glare-free matte screen that reduces room reflections. But what we have here at the first look event is a direct comparison between the C-Series TV from Samsung. It's an OLED, qd-oled panel. So these are similar panels next to each other, but one of them does not have the glare-free treatment. And you can see, particularly when it's a black screen, the reflections of these orb lights in the screen itself, as opposed to the S95H, which is this year's version, which not only has this new frame that's integrated into the TV itself to make it more, like artwork, but it's got that matte, glare-free screen that Samsung first released in 2024 and improved in 2025 and is continuing in 2026. So when you see these room lights and you can see how you can't see them at all in the glare-free version of the screen, and compared to the mirror-like finish on the C, where you can see these direct reflections, it really kind of impacts your viewing. So yes, there is a little bit of a raising of the black floor that happens when you have this kind of a screen, but personally, in my opinion, I think it's a good trade-off. If you are watching in a bright room, this can really eliminate the distractions of sunlight streaming in the windows or direct lights that are hanging overhead that you might not want to turn off every single time you watch TV. So here's just a little bit of side-by-side comparison so you get an idea of how they look in the real world.